Yo, and it don't stop. Here we go.
Ayo.
The go ahead is live. Let's get it.
All for your eyes and ears.
Oh my God, so much to talk about in the sports world, man.
All of your eyes. Oops, pal, surprise. What?
Oh, wait. Oh, wait. Oh. Oh, wait a minute. I'm gonna go Dave Chappelle on him.
I'm more of a surprise than Lehigh in the tournament. What?
Oh, not Lehigh. I don't know about Lehigh. I don't know about this year now. I don't know about this year. Well, that would be a surprise in the tournament this year. I don't know.
All the homies of Wofford. Shouts.
Look, they always seem to get in some kind.
Hey. All right, look. I'm not placing bets on who's gonna win the chip. I'm just talking about the surprises. I bet you don't expect them to make it.
Who, Wofford? They always seem. Don't you always see their name on the bracket?
Yep.
I mean, you don't pick them, but you're like, there they go. There they go. It's no disrespect, Wofford, but it's like that one roach. You clean your house, you don't expect it to get in there, but
it's like,
God damn it, go, God dog it.
Didn't I get rid of you already?
And they always set them up too. It's like the overall, not just a one seed. It's the overall that they play. And I'm like, they ain't have to do them like that, man. They ain't have to do them.
That's like a lot of money going there, though. They okay. Okay.
I don't know where it's going. I don't know where it's going, man.
Education, like a regular school supposed to.
Oh. It ain't going to the program.
Nah, that's not. No,
it's going to the engineering program.
Yeah. They want to build scientists. All right, they're trying to better society. They don't need. They're not worried about athletics.
Wofford, building better people. Man, what's going on? So let's talk about it. With the sports world, what the NBA world has been hammering. What for the last 2 days?
I felt the pop.
I watched the game and I heard him say it. I heard him say I felt the pop, and I was like, okay, he's not gonna, he's done for the game. But he tightened up his shoe and got back to it. So I'm like, okay, he's fine. He finished, the last 4 minutes of the game.
Yeah, but I mean that's adrenaline. I mean everybody's done it. Twisted your ankle at the park. You're like, nah, man, I ain't going home. I ain't going home. Not today.
I got next.
I got looking up and down the court for a little bit. That adrenaline kick in. You like, all right, I can.
I mean, he was clearly limping when he left the arena. He was limping pretty bad too. And, again, Los Angeles is. There's got to be something in the water. I mean, there's a trainer that needs to be fired right now. There's a train. I'm sorry, because I've never seen a team. Well, it's not a team. No, wait a minute, because now you've got.
They have the same uniform. It's a team.
It's a team thing. It's always a Laker hurt. Yeah. And I'm not talking about one of. I'm talking about one of the. D'Angelo ain't been hurt all year. D'Angelo also is. He comes to the Lakers and plays a couple games.
Yeah, it's different. Like AD's been hurt. That's Anthony Davis. I mean, he's been beat up and he's gonna have some nagging injuries, especially like around his ankle, foot stuff, and his back. That back thing is not going to go well.
Head, shoulders, knees, and toes. I don't know. It's either got the head, the shoulders, knees, or toes, man. Or ankles, and now they're talking about, man. They said we'll look at him in 2 weeks, but we're pretty sure he's not going to be ready in 2 weeks. So with the Lakers, 21 games, 21, I think they're left. 21 games. If LeBron's out for 4 weeks, let's hypothetical. Let's say 3 weeks. Let's say 3. Hypothetical. We know he's going to miss 2, but they say pretty much he's going to be out. Let's say 3 weeks.
And then in what this last Okay, including the games that they've already played after the going coming out of the break, the All-Star break. They had 23 games. It was said what they needed to get at least they needed to win at least 17 to make the playoffs, right?
Either that and they need some help. Yeah, they there's a couple of teams I think they folded and they're like, we ain't trying to go to the playoffs. So in that aspect, I think they would get in. I think they're in if they can weather the storm without LeBron. Rui
Hachimura.
Rui better get ready. Rui, that's what
your time. This is your time.
This is his time. He said he was
let
glad
the Japan national team. You let the Japan national team. Now it's time to lead.
What's
this is your moment? This is your moment. This is it.
This is it. You better lose yourself.
Do it for the red dot. I shouldn't have said that. I feel like I shouldn't have said that.
Rui, it's your moment, man. It's your moment. You know what? Here's the funny thing. I know people are gonna say I'm speaking crazy talk. I don't think the Lakers are gonna miss LeBron like everybody thinks they're gonna miss him. I really don't. And here's why. Now, according to here we go, analytics, not the eye test. Analytics says that the Lakers are better defensively with LeBron on off the floor. Off the floor. Now, there is a 1.5 in offensive production when he's off the floor. They're not as good offensively. But I'm like, wait a minute. Okay, are those numbers from before the trade? Because if they were, they've got to be. They are clearly a different team. If you watch Sunday's game against Dallas, this is not the same team. This is not the same team.
Hey, so it could be beneficial. I mean, look, it's one of those things that's kind of like one of the many dilemmas of being great, especially like in the realm of basketball and the NBA. Like when you're great, you feel me? One of those things is like you can be so great that even like the players around you who could be very well solid players, right?
Yeah.
You become a crutch for them, like inadvertently.
Yeah.
Sometimes. So it's just like, you know what? Like you're so great that it's just like, I mean, even when the game plan becomes all right, to some degree, it's always even if it doesn't seem like you're the primary, like it's still going to be leaning into your greatness to a degree.
Yeah.
Right. And that's always something that like when you get on a team with somebody like LeBron, I mean, the Warriors haven't really necessarily been like, because you had Steph and Clay, they did a really good job about like, keeping that more so like I guess team oriented, even though understanding that you kind of have you do have two of the greatest shooters of all time on your team. But yeah, that's one thing that can make it hard. So hey, LeBron being off the floor could help the team kind of mesh a little together.
Yeah, that's what I'm.
It's going to be minutes on. If the Lakers make the playoffs, it's definitely going to be minutes where he's not going to end up being on the floor, and they're going to have to pull away.
They're going to have to figure it out. Yeah, they're going to have to figure it out. Yeah, honestly, I think that's because Malik Beasley has only really had one good game since he's been a Laker. I mean, it hasn't been a whole lot. I get it, but his volume isn't going down. It's just he's not hitting. And I really believe when you play with a guy like LeBron, there's that little voice in the back of your head saying, he probably don't want you to shoot that.
It gets mental.
He probably doesn't want you to shoot that. Should I shoot it? Should I shoot it?
Or should I pass him the ball?
Exactly. And you don't want to. You go to a new team. You don't want to piss off somebody like.
Yeah, you
LeBron.
Definitely don't want to ruffle feathers or nothing like that. You really want to, Yeah.
And I wouldn't be a bit surprised if Malik Beasley just catches fire. Like, oh, he ain't on the floor. All right. I'm going Dame on y'all. Oh, it's Dame time in LA. Oh, it's Dame time.
Can we? I mean, do we? Oh my gosh, Dame time is just. Oh, all right, man. That's different, man. Can we done? Oh, that was unfair. That was unfair, bro. No. Nah, can we talk about this? All right, we here now. You brought it up. I wasn't even gonna say nothing about it. We talked about it before, and then, nah, man. Look, you know how angry at your teammates you gotta be. Nah, man. Look. The next person, who was it? Jeremy Grant. He was the only person that took 10 shots. Not more than 10. He only took 10.
Oh my God.
You know how angry at your teammates you have to be to drop 71,
71,
have 6 assists, and the next person only have 10 shots?
71.
I don't care what anybody tell me. That conversation in the locker room, Dame said, you know what? Since y'all keep taking nights off, take this one off. Don't even worry about it.
Don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it. I'm open, Dame. What did I tell you? Swish. I'm still in. I mean, anytime somebody scores something like that, you're like, man, what an accomplishment. I don't think that's the same here. I'm like, this cat hit. That's absurd. 13
to 22.
That's absurd because if somebody goes off for he hit 7 of them. Woo! 13. At what point, if you're the I shouldn't say this, but let's be real. At what point, when you're the opposing coach, do you not say, look, I don't care what you got to do. When he comes across the court, somebody is on him. He does not dribble free. He is pulling up from the logo. You guard him at something. Like, foul him.
What, as a coach, I would have been like, hey, take a sip of Gatorade. What? Spit it on the floor by accident. By accident.
Like, I ain't telling you to do it, but if it's an accident.
I'd have pulled a Mike Tomlin, been on the field looking at. Oh, excuse me, my bad, Dame. I'm sorry. I didn't realize I was on the court, bro.
It's not only that. Last time I checked, there's how many minutes in an NBA game? 48, right?
48.
Okay, so this man goes out there and he came off the floor. He played 39 minutes. He came off the floor. Mm-hmm. And you mean to tell me the rest of the team, like you said, only Jeremy Grant shot, double
10 shots.
figures. 10 shots. How is that possible? Like, he literally was not, and he got 6 assists.
And
6 assists. This is 39 minutes. I promise you. Look, this is not gonna sound right, but he wouldn't have played 39 minutes, bro, on me. not when he's got 41 at halftime. No, sir. He wouldn't have played 39 minutes.
This is what the Clippers were expecting to get from Russ.
Ooh, it's happening.
This is exactly what they were expecting to get from Russ, right? Like,
it's happening. Hey, look, they asked for it. Paul George asked for it. He lobbied for it.
No. He didn't ask for it. He demanded it.
He did. He did.
For it.
He did. And
Kawhi was just like, okay.
Kawhi. I got it, man. I don't, look, shout out to Russell Westbrook. I mean, in his day, it happens to every player. I mean, let's be real. It happens to everybody, right? Father Time comes calling, and you don't know when Father Time comes, but that joke is coming. You're not playing forever, and you're not going to be as fast. You're not going to be as sturdy. You're not going to be as you were when you were in your 20s. When Russ was young, he was that dude. Let's just be honest. He was a monster.
No, we're not going to deny it. Like,
he was an absolute monster. He's not that guy anymore, but he's still a serviceable player. I think he just needs to learn how to temper his game.
He has a skill set that he doesn't know how to use now that he doesn't have the athleticism and the reflexes to couple with it. He has a decent skill set. I mean, minus his jump shot, but like
that's a big minus. That's a huge minus.
I mean, it's almost division. But anyway, yeah. But you know, he has a serviceable skill set. He does not know how to use it. Like he still thinks that he still has the same like reflexes and the same amount of like quickness that and look, he still has shades of it, right? He doesn't have the same first step, but he still has a very quick first step. Like, that's not denied. Like, I'm not going to deny that. But bro, you gotta do something else. You gotta slow down. All right, let's start there. You gotta slow down. Okay. You got it. Look, some of the stuff that he's doing. He's like Aaron passes. A lot of people like him trying to like spread the needle. He would have died when they did 3 years ago.
Well, 3 years ago, he had the athleticism to somehow pass down and blow the whole place. Like now it's an air pass and it's a fast break the other way. It's always been there, but he's been able to fix his mistakes, so to speak. And the fact that he didn't have a jumper, no one really knew. Well, we didn't notice because he got to the cup so quick.
It didn't matter.
Yeah,
he was putting up numbers, and then it's like, and now he's getting high.
Yeah.
Russell's I think at point guard, Russell's a great player. You don't say that about the point guard during his coach. He was a great player. Like there's big men now. It's like,
yeah.
He was like, nah, we're not going to do that. No, he's here.
In retrospect, I mean, if you look at what they had and what they have, they had John Wall, who is clearly not, because of injuries, he's looking for it.
That sucks.
Yeah, I mean, clearly it was because of injuries. I mean,
yeah.
And it's sad to see, but it is what it is. He's just not that. And maybe he will get it later on down the line. I don't know, because it's still relatively soon, from two injuries like
coming
that.
back. Yeah.
Maybe it's just going to take time. But as of right now, I just don't, So when you had John Wall, you let him go, and you don't know why they. I don't know why they would let Reggie.
Oh yeah, why they let Reggie Jackson go? That was.
I don't get that one. I don't know. Maybe it was money. It had to be money. So you bring in. No disrespect to Bump. Look, first of all, do you think they make the moves, right? At the trade deadline, they made the moves. They got rid of Reg. They got rid of John, and they brought in old Bones.
Yeah, Bone Tyler. Well, okay, Bone Tyler's a decent shooter.
But is he a point guard, a true point guard? Because that's what the Clippers need. Is he a true point guard?
No, he's definitely a 2.
He's definitely
He's definitely a 2. He's a 2.
So were the Clippers kind of desperate? Like, I mean, they had nobody else.
How else? Okay, wouldn't you be desperate if you just gave away all of your point guards? You literally don't have one.
Not one. Like, I unless you count, Terrence Mann isn't really a point guard. He's. No. I'm like you were definitely, and then you traded here you go. You got Eric Gordon. You traded for another 2. You literally weren't looking at your roster. I don't get it.
And
like,
Eric
I don't get it.
Yeah, Eric Gordon's a 2. But...
He's a 2. There's no point guard Eric Gordon.
No, it's not. And I just don't know exactly what they're looking for out of that either. Like, but I ain't Steve Ballmer, so.
I mean, I know he's rich, but dang, Steve. I mean, you wasting money. You wasting money, man. You're wasting money.
He wasted money to sit, under the rim, the baseline to get hype. You feel me? Let's get it together. Okay. All right, we're here. We're talking about the Clippers. Can we talk about how Paul George, bruh, you just really got to put your foot in your mouth, huh?
What?
No.
It depends on what you're about to say about Paul George, man. Well, it depends on what you're about to say about Paul George.
All right. I would agree that in most years, the Clippers winning the chip would be very major, right?
Yep.
I agree. But it would.
Yep.
I also feel like it would have to be in a year where the Lakers are actually doing well in order for it to mean anything in LA at least. Like, okay, yeah, the Clippers get a chip, right? Now, it's also during the year where it's like a bum year for the Lake Show, right? You really think Laker fans in LA are going to be like, I mean, I don't want to change the narrative in LA, period. That's not going to happen. But
no, it's not.
Like, two fans in LA, I would feel like, me personally, if the Clips were to get a chip, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how they're going to do it with PG, Kawhi, and Russ. I don't know what if they pull it off. They pull it off, right? It would be great. But if in the event they do it, and it's a bum year for the Lakers, they might as well just call it Mickey. They're gonna call it a Mickey Mouse Championship. I'm telling you, they're gonna be like, okay.
I don't know about that, man. I mean, it's still a chip. I mean, it's okay. It's not a lockout shortened season or a bubble championship. It's not one of those. It's an actual. Now, like I agree with you that it's not gonna matter in LA. I mean, it's still gonna be a Laker town. That's a Laker town. I mean, through and through. One championship is not going to equate to 17. You got a long way to go. Will they do it with Kawhi and PG? I think they had a shot. I think they had a shot at the deadline, and they didn't miss the target. It's like the target fell before they shot, and they shot anyway. I'm really sitting there looking like,
oops, out of town.
Those are the moves you make at the deadline.
Yeah.
I'm like,
and then you wait for Russ out of a buyout. Like,
I don't get it. I
didn't see it, man. I didn't see it at all.
I'm thinking, look, I'm gonna stick my neck out there for the Clippers. I'm gonna stick my neck out there and say there was a deal that they thought they had in place that didn't go down, and it left them hanging high and dry. That's got to be it. That's got to be it.
Oh, you know what? I believe that because I think I saw something where there was like at least a rumor to it where there was another deal on the table before the Russ thing, even though PG was pushing for Russ. And then, like, when that deal fell through, it was just like, well, what are you asking for?
I,
I can't remember exactly who it was for, though. But yeah, I believe that did happen. Like,
I could see, you know who, and I could see this is one player that got traded, didn't get traded, of course, to the Clippers. We know that. But I think he would have helped them a whole lot. Mike Conley. I think I would
if you're
not
looking
have.
for a point guard,
That's Mike Conley. That's Mike Conley.
If you're looking for a point guard, in today's NBA, it don't get more point guard than Mike Conley right now. It really doesn't. Like,
I mean,
if you could get a younger Chris Paul, like
that's Mike Conley. I mean, but I mean, he did get traded at the deadline. Of course, he's not in LA. He's over there he's back with Rudy. He's back with Rudy. Like, it got so bad between Rudy and D'Angelo that they were like, let's
let him go.
Let's go get his point guard. And I'm thinking, I would not be shocked if it leaks maybe in the offseason that their target was Mike Conley. And it just didn't work out. It just fell by the wayside, because I can't see the Clippers organization looking at this roster
and saying, "Yep,"
and saying,
"This is what was taken to the ship."
Yeah, this. I mean, no disrespect. Look, Marcus Morris is a serviceable power forward off the bench. Okay,
indeed, I agree.
Yeah. He's not your starter anymore. He's not a starter anymore. You could have gotten a power forward. You could have gotten a center. You need a point guard. This team is a first round exit. I said it. Quote me on that. First round exit.
I mean, okay. Did everybody just forget that Miles Turner exists?
Well, Miles Turner, they extended him down in Indiana. He's
when has that happened? When has that ever stopped anything from anybody?
I don't know. I guess everybody said, well, he wants to stay in Indy. I don't know.
He wants to stay there? No. They gave him enough.
They gave him money.
Yes, they gave him enough money for him to sit down and be like, all right. But if you know somebody else come and get me, I'm leaving.
He Bradley Beal'd him. I'm gonna take the money, yeah, but I don't really want to be here. I'm gonna take all this money. He Bradley Beal'd him. So I don't know. I guess teams backed off. I mean, smart move by Indiana though. I mean, smart. They didn't, they knew. Personally, they didn't know Miles Turner was gonna go off like he is this year. That's what it is. Just call it what it is. They were like, "Hey, man, we're gonna try to trade him." He went out there and started balling out of his mind. They were like, "Oh,
maybe not."
Maybe
not.
Dang, nah, let's keep him. Nah. So a smart move by Indiana. I mean, like I said, the clip. Where do they sit at? Where are they? Number 5 or 6? They're not 6. Are they 5? Are they 7? What are they? Where are they sitting right now in the West? Let's see. They in the West right now. Yeah, they're 5.
Okay.
Like by a hair, by half a game. They're 5.
Oh yeah, they are.
I'm gonna be honest with you. They'll make the playoffs, but they might be in the play-in, and they might not get in the playoffs. If you know what I mean, they might not get in. Because there are a couple teams in the West that I think have folded. Like they said, we're not even trying. The Minnesota Timberwolves, they haven't folded. I just don't think they're going to go anywhere without Cat on the floor.
The Rudy Gobert project didn't work.
It did not. It did not.
It did not work.
It didn't. It did not. And then Utah traded everybody. I don't think they are even going to try. I see them falling out. And depending on Golden State, if they keep falling apart, I just don't know. I don't see the Clippers staying at 5. I see the Mavericks probably jumping up to 5. Maybe the Clippers can get in at 6. But between yes, I'm gonna say it, between the Pelicans, Blazers, and the Lakers, I said it. They need to look out for those 3 teams. I don't see them doing anything with this roster. I'm serious. I don't see jack.
Yeah, I mean, man, that's tough to look. I mean, I'm just that roster's kind of tough to look at, man.
It is a. You know what that roster says to me in the offseason? If they make the play in and don't make the playoffs, you know what that roster says to me? Trash. It's
yeah.
Steve Ballmer's gonna be like, well, this is over. Nope. Bye Kawhi, bye PG, bye Tyronn Lue, bye all of y'all, bye.
Yeah,
and
I mean, oh man,
they're gonna start from scratch. You're
gonna have to blow it up. Look, you got your 2 superstar. Look, if you're the Clippers, look, you gonna have to blow it up at some point. Your 2 superstars are literally probably they're 2 of the 5 most injury prone players in the NBA right now. Let's just be honest here, okay? They 2 of the top 5. They top 5 in something, all right? Like, bro, and then if you're supporting Cat, like, it's just like, what type of supporting Cat are you trying to put together around? I don't know. It doesn't make sense.
I don't know.
I get all of it. You have no real power for you. Like, not even a solid one to sit there. Mason Plumlee.
Go ahead.
Mason Plumlee's alright, but no, he's not. No, he's not that guy. Trust me, you're not that guy. You're not him at all. At all. He's not a starter. Mason Plumlee coming off the bench, I can see some okay minutes. I would say that. Like, yeah, he's not bad.
Is he better than Zubac? Is he better than Zubac? We'll be back after these messages.
That's not okay. All right. Zubac, like, not too long ago, he did like 40 or something like that.
Yeah, he did. Yes. And then the next game, like 2 and 6. Like,
Yep.
Dog. I'm like, golly. He did. He posted that ridiculous game. And everybody was like, oh, is he Zubac's coming out party? And
I mean, I didn't think it was his coming out party. I thought it was a really good display of, him doing his job. He had a really good night. I didn't expect for him to take the complete fall off back, like like.
I mean, he's doing pretty good. He's averaging 10 and 10.
Which is good.
It's
if
good.
You're coming off the bench for maybe like 12 minutes a game.
He does what he does.
Yeah, right. He does his job. The Clippers need somebody to play center at an attempted at a playoff level. I didn't even say championship level, a playoff level.
I don't think they have. Oh boy, I'm gonna catch some flack. I don't think they have anybody that's able to play at a playoff level. You say, well, whoa, what about Kawhi? We don't look. Let's be honest. We don't even know if he's gonna be able to play. That's we don't know. like we don't know.
Okay, yeah, okay, he might be up to it, right? Do we know that? Look, the playoffs, at the very least, if you get to the championship, right, and win 16 games, at the very least, that's if you sweeping. You can't even guarantee you won't get Kawhi for 16 games of the playoffs.
And we know they ain't sweeping too many people.
No.
So that 16 is like I just don't see.
There's a big plus behind that.
I don't think he can play playoff type basketball.
Because I get the whole load management thing. I don't like it, but I get it. Especially with Kawhi Leonard. It's like, all right, nah, he ain't healthy, right? He ain't healthy worth the lick. But the idea, I get the idea. I'm not saying that, look, if we are living in reality, we know this is not going to work. We see that it's not going to work. But optimism on paper, it's saying, hey, if we can load manage Kawhi into the playoffs and then let him loose during the playoffs, that would be ideal. I mean, of course, you would have to be in a position to have the roster to make sure that you make the playoffs before that, right? Oh, yes. So in the Clippers, it's pretty iffy, but I see the idea. I think everybody kind of sees it, but they know the execution isn't coming. It's like Akon City. Everybody thought it was a great idea, but we know it's not coming.
Oh my God. Oh, shots fired. Shots.
I'm just saying. There's a random anyway. There's a random box in the field. He gave up.
Moving right along. Moving right along. Oh, God. Man, it's starting tomorrow, March 1st. That means March Madness is right around the corner. March Madness is here, y'all. March Madness is here.
We made it.
Gosh,
another year.
Oh my gosh. Granted, I mean, the thing about college basketball I love, there's really not a whole lot of once the field is set, you don't hear a whole lot of, oh, that team shouldn't be in, that team should have made it. No, it's pretty much like, if you win your conference, you're in. You win your conference your championship, you're in, which is very solid. And then you have your at-large. And usually not too many of the at-larges are contested. There may be one, so there may be one who say, wow, this, but it's not like someone is going to, go out on a rant for that one team. Like, oh, they should have been in there. No.
We're not going to have the strength of schedule conversation about this.
No, let's just go to the NIT. No,
that's set for it. You see it.
Let's go to the NIT. That being said, there's one team, my beloved college squad, one team that came in this year ranked overall number 1 and is on the verge of not making the tournament. The North Carolina Tar Heels. This is unheard of. I mean, they started the season, I believe, unanimous number 1. Because of how they finished last year, they came within a half of a basketball game of being national champions.
Being national champions, indeed.
You return 4 of those 5 starters. You get, Pete Nance out off the transfer portal, and these guys have struggled, man. They're on the verge of not even making the tournament.
First 4 out.
They're and if you've watched them this year, I can't argue with it. I can't argue with it. I'm like, but it's North Carolina. But they really suck. I don't.
I don't know what they just don't look together. I don't know what it is necessarily, but they don't look like collectively.
I mean, this is the same. Well, outside of Pete Nance, those Baycott, RJ Davis and
which makes it so weird. It's like, okay,
Yeah.
you have a core, you have a nucleus to build around, like based off of last year. So you have chemistry to work off of from
you would
last year.
think. You would
And
think.
it looks like it all fell apart.
Where though? Where? I mean, what? I'll say this: Caleb Love needs to learn some better shot selection. I will say that. But that being said, his shot selection was not great last year. There was something. Look, everybody, said, what'd you say?
Shooters gonna shoot. I don't like it, but trust me, I don't like it. From what I've seen, I don't like it. From what I've seen this year, I don't like it, but I ain't mad at it either. Like, I get shooters gonna shoot. You tell me to shoot my shot, and I'm gonna shoot my shot.
Yeah, but some of those shots are hard.
Oh no, they're terrible. They're terrible.
What in the world was that? But I do think Brady Manick was underrated last year. Like, they just touted Brady Manick as, that dude that, he's on the team. Like, Brady Manick, I mean, look, he crashed the boards well. He shot lights out from 3. And apparently he plays some pretty good defense. We just didn't see it. Apparently he did, because they can't look. They can't stop running water. They can't stop running water. It's bad.
Ole.
It's bad. I'm like, this is the same team. So it's troubling to watch. Like, I'm like, this is. And everybody's trying to like hype them up because they're like, well, this is what happened last year. Remember, they struggled up until tournament time, and then they just turned it on.
Yeah, man. No.
No.
That happens. That's a rarity. Things like that happen. It's like, okay. But they also, I don't see them pulling it together I don't see them pulling it together now at this point in the season the way they did last year.
Yeah, I don't either.
This time last year, you saw them what looked like them, like, they're putting something together.
Yeah,
like, it's finally starting.
It was noticeable.
Whatever
it
is,
shoot.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I don't see that right now. So I'm not falling for that hype train. Like, it's just nah. And plus, doing that 2 years in a row, wouldn't you feel like you're kind of buying your luck at that point? No,
I would. I don't know. I'm thinking maybe Pete Nance isn't what Carolina thought he was. Was he just the best player on a very bad team? I mean,
which could very much happen.
And they fell for it, because I can't see. He really, now the last couple of games, no, correction. Well, I'll say maybe not against Florida State. He played okay against Florida State, but against Virginia, he played huge. That's by far the best game he's played this year.
Yeah.
But outside of that, Pete Nance has been a disappointment. I'm like. This is bad for me to say, but if you're a Nance, I mean, if you're a Nance right now, you're like, that's my half brother.
Yeah, he
on my mama's side.
That's my mama boy.
That I'm like, I mean, look, if your big brother. That's so wrong. Hold on, man.
I mean, look, Larry Jr. At least he figured it out at some point. I mean, yeah, through the back injuries and stuff. He
I just don't see the same. There's two things I don't see in Pete Nance that I see. Well, we ain't gonna talk about. They daddy was off the chart.
That's a different story.
He's a whole. No, Larry True was that. He was that dude. All right,
Yeah, yeah.
he was that dude. He's not even nah.
We're not
But
going to get
we're
into
talking
that.
about the boy. That I will say this about Larry Jr. He has two things that Pete doesn't. One is athleticism, incredible athleticism, and two, he doesn't have a great basketball IQ like his big brother. He's on the floor, and it's like you watch him, you're like, what?
He
What
got
is
all the
he-
recessive basketball genes.
I'm like, what is he doing, man? It's just not there. It's like he wants to play. He wants to be a big, but he has no footwork.
Yeah, no
He has
sense of
none.
how to be a big man. Like
None.
his footwork is weird. It's not weird. It's
It's non-existent.
Yeah, there we go.
It's non-existent. And I think the Tar Heels fell for the hype of him hitting the transfer portal. I mean, they were like, "Oh man, he's averaging."
Man,
Yeah, he's averaging 16 and 8. And oh, he's a Nance. You know, he's averaging 16 for Northwestern. Go back and look at their game film. They were-
yeah. I mean, look, we're not really. We look. No one is ever looking at Northwestern like, oh, they might do it this year. They don't, nobody.
We don't even look at them in the Big Ten tournament saying they might do this shit. It's just not there. It's not.
We don't even. Bro,
Mhm.
Northwestern is such a non-thought. Basketball, huh? Northwestern.
They got a squad. They got a team for real. Oh, I thought they just had a football team.
They had a football team and wrestled.
So I think they fell for it. Not, but if you're Hubert Davis, if that's the case, here's my issue. If that's the case, you've got Puff Johnson sitting on the bench, right?
Mhm.
If that's the case, if I see Drew, I'm sorry, not Drew. I'm sorry. If I see Pete Nance struggling, at what point do you say, I don't care if we got him in the portal or not, man? Look, Puff, get in there. I mean, and bring Nance off the bench. He refused to do it, and it's like I'm starting to question his decision making. Like, what
Game
is going
adjustments.
on? Who?
Game adjustments.
We are not going to bring. Leave him alone.
We
Leave him
don't
alone.
have
Leave
to.
him alone.
We don't have to talk about Glenn right now.
Leave
It's
him
different.
alone. No. Leave him alone.
I was just bringing it up.
Oh my god.
Mid-season in-game adjustments. That's all I'm saying. You know, that. Hey, you said it. His decision making. In-game adjustments. That's a decision.
I love Doc Rivers. I love Doc Rivers. He's done a lot for a game of basketball. And I wish him the best.
Y'all remember Josh Smith? Used to play for the Hawks. Wore the headband.
Oh my gosh.
Dunk on cats a lot.
Man, first of all, he was wrong for doing that.
I wonder whatever happened to him. I hope he's having a good day.
He wasn't having a good day that day.
No, he wasn't. No, he was not.
That day he wasn't.
No, he was not.
Because he did not have to. He did not have to do Doc Rivers like that. That's man. And then he disrespected him by calling him by his government name.
Glenn.
He didn't call him Doc Rivers. He said Glenn. I'm like, dang, man.
That man has been called Doc to avoid being called by his first name for a reason. Like, look, I'm sorry. I don't want to be called Glenn either. Like, I'm surprised. Glenn Rice, Glenn Robinson, Glenn Davis. I'm surprised any of them. Yeah, no, call me Doc. He's like, nope, Glenn.
I think that was the utmost form of disrespect, right?
Yeah, nothing
there.
says I've lost all respect for you like calling you by
Your gun. Oh my god. Yeah, that right there. Yeah, it's like if Shaq was still playing and somebody said, somebody called him Shaquille O'Neal. Like, ooh, he called you by your full name, dog.
Your whole name, bro.
Dog, ooh. He didn't call you Shaq. He called you
He didn't call you.
Shaquille.
He didn't call you Diesel. He didn't call. He called you Shaquille.
Shaquille. Oh my God, it's like the biggest form of that. And shout out to Doc Rivers. I almost did it. I had to catch myself. I almost did it. See, man, Josh Smith, this is all your fault, man. This is all your fault. There are people out there that didn't even know his first name. Who's Glenn?
This man then had a full blown NBA career, and a full blown NBA coaching career up to this point. Nobody would have thought to.
Who Glenn? But looking back, college basketball, you look at these teams that they now, and of course,
take that hand.
the 68 teams that they have, clearly we don't know because the tournaments haven't kicked off. We don't know, but there's some names on here that I'm like, and by the way, they do have Northwestern Pennsylvania as a 6 seed, but I digress. Look, out names. I'm just saying. Without names.
Oh, so you don't do something.
Alabama, Houston, Purdue, Kansas as number one. I think I'm good with that. But if you're telling me Kansas State is, I have to look you in the eye and say, why are they a 2 seed? First of all, 22-7 doesn't scream 2 seed to me. It just doesn't. 22-7.
What can you control?
That really doesn't. It's 2 seed. And you say, well, we're going through some tough teams. I don't care. You know, beating the tough teams, that means you made it. Yes. And they also lost. I mean, I don't know how big that is, but they lost. And there's a lot of serious college basketball. However, I'm really confused as to why they're a 2 seed in this. I clearly would have given that's my opinion. And you never know. Tennessee could get this. I'm just talking about what he is. And I know Tennessee's 21 and 8. The eye test, I mean, they've beaten Kansas. They've beaten Texas. They've beaten some good, solid teams.
Kansas State beat Kansas.
They beat Alabama too. So
K-State beat Kansas. They have 5 wins within the top 10. I'm just going off of this. There's just being possibly why they're a 2 seed. Okay, yeah. I mean, losses to Iowa State, Texas Tech, and Oklahoma though. That's a little.
You know, I don't know. I don't know. They've
Oh,
got
Oklahoma beat Alabama this year too, didn't they?
who?
Oklahoma.
Oh, I don't. Did Oklahoma beat
I
Alabama?
thought so.
I mean, but anybody can beat it. Like I said, yeah, they did. They did. They beat them. Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did. Yeah, they beat them pretty bad.
Yeah, and at the time, Bama was 1 or
They
2,
beat 'em
right?
pretty bad. Yeah,
Yeah.
they beat them pretty dang on bad. That
Yeah.
was uncalled for the way they beat them. So yeah, it
It
was
was
uncalled for the way they beat them. So yeah, they
Nah.
did. Shame on you, Oklahoma. But I mean, and like I said, this is all
got the number 1 beatdown.
this all this could mean absolutely nothing because once the tournament's over with and the brackets really come out, it could look completely different, right? Like completely different. But shout out to UNC Asheville. They always seem to make the tournament.
Shouts out to Howard University. What automatic qualifiers? Shout out to that MEAC.
Oh my gosh! I did these. Oh, St. Mary's. Wait, man. I mean, this is. I honestly, I'm looking forward to it because I think there's so much parity in college basketball right now that it's not like it used to be back in the day. Like if you were a 16 seed, you made immediate plane tickets. You made immediate plane ticket reservation. Yeah, we're here for one game, guys. One game, and then we're gone. Okay, one game. But now it's like literally these guys are like, we can win this. And I mean, we've seen 15s edge some 2s. We've definitely seen some 14s get some 3s. You never know. So
you really, nowadays you really don't.
You don't.
You could really catch it. You could catch a 1 or 2 seed team lacking or hates. I mean, some of these 16s and 15s, they're just matchup problems for some of these top ranked schools. They're just flat out matchup problems, man. Like it's so any given. Oh man, yeah. Selection Sunday is March 12th.
Man, all in. I'm all in. I'm all in.
Yeah, it is March.
I'm all in on the women's side. Man, look, there is no question who the overall number 1 is. If you have a question about who the overall 1 seed in,
you haven't been watching women's college basketball.
You have not been paying attention.
Man,
South Carolina. You know what? Okay, Dawn Staley. I mean, look. As a player, she was that chick, but as a coach, I'm like, man,
prisoners.
She puts killers on the floor.
She's taking no prisoners,
man. And Aaliyah Boston. Look, I'm like South Carolina. Look, they were up in arms because South Carolina went to an overtime game the other day. Oh, man. Okay, everybody, but on a whole, games have not been close against these chicks. Not close, like not close. Like no. UConn, not close.
No,
these girls are no freaking joke. Anybody can beat anybody on any given day, but to beat South Carolina, I'm just say it. You got to play a perfect game. You got to play a perfect game, and they probably got to play their worst. In the discussion right there. I'm okay with Indiana and Stanford and Utah rounding out the other top 4, but I think this is the only time I've seen the top 4 seeds, and I can literally say, okay, there's a 1 seed, and then there's 3 1Bs. There's 3 1B seeds.
It's gonna take a lot of stars in alignment. Man, it's gonna take a lot of stars in alignment. For you to take for somebody to knock South Carolina off. Oh my goodness.
A lot.
Shouts out to Norfolk State. They're not a 16, but they can be.
They
They just got to
can
be
be.
Little Rock.
Well, I mean, that's this again. We don't know if this is legit, but if they do, if this is who they have to play to get in, you know, they can beat Little Rock, can't they?
Yeah, actually,
they can beat Little Rock.
they can.
They can get Little Rock. You know,
Ass.
Okay, look, whoa, okay, I'm gonna catch some flack. And no disrespect intended, okay? Please, nobody be offended by what I'm gonna say, especially in the great state of Ohio. But please don't be offended. This is all about this is nothing personal. I just don't see, according to this, Ohio State being a 3 seed. I don't see. And here's why. They started the season red hot. I think they won like, oh my gosh, wasn't it something like 13 straight? They were like lights out, but then the hard part of the schedule came up, and they have not looked as dominating as they did. And it's not about what you did in the first half; it's literally what you're doing now. To me, they're not. They lost 3 straight. I mean, Iowa.
Also beating Wright State by 53 doesn't count. Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
You can't beat Little
yeah, we're not. Look. Beating the Wright State Lady Raiders. Okay. All right.
And brag about it.
And then what bragging rights do you have for that? Oh, yeah. It was Wright State. 1, you traveled 20 minutes down the road. 2, we have to know about Wright State. You don't.
This is academic school, okay? Academics.
Academic school. They are trying to build up their medical program, okay? Y'all drove past that hospital. Okay?
Wright State. I mean, they lost that 3 seeds. 6 of their last 10. Moving right along.
If that's the case, then right now the Portland Trailblazers should be a 4 seed in the West.
No.
Right.
Right. Okay. No. They are who we thought they were. They are who we thought. Dame and a bunch of other people. 71 and them. That's 71 and them.
They say Damian Lillard in the Trailblazers, they mean it. It's not like this is the highlight player in the team he plays for. No, it's like a main artist in a feature. Okay? It's like a lead singer in the backup.
It's like Morris Day and the Time.
Elvis Prince, and who knows? Okay.
Prince and Revolution. Harold Melvin.
And the blue. Okay, like, come on now. We're not, no, bro. Like that's what it is. It's not like, oh, Damian Lillard plays. No. This is Damian Lillard featuring the Trailblazers. Okay, like
ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis. That's literally.
Dame is David Ruffin. Okay.
Oh my god. Oh.
There ain't nothing without David Ruffin.
Oh my god. They coming to see the Trailblazers, Dame.
No, Trailblazers. I'm the only Trailblazer here. Ain't none of these. When the last time one of y'all done got hot? Y'all done blazed anything? Last time I checked, ain't dollar them blazed tracks.
Ain't nobody here to see you, Yusuf. Ain't nobody to see you, Yusuf.
Gotta come to see you, Yusuf.
God. Oh my god, man. Oh. Whoo. Portland, man. Let's talk about it. Hold on.
Right.
Oh my god, man. All right, man. All right. Major League Baseball. This stupid pitch clock. Look. This stupid pitch clock. All right.
Okay. All right. But is there a better solution for speeding up the game?
And here's the bad part. No. there is not. Okay.
You just gotta get used to it. Because look, baseball games run in like 4 hours. And yeah. I enjoy watching baseball. I don't.
Yeah, but an hour and a half of that is the pitcher sitting there. I get why they did it.
And between the pitcher sitting there and then like whoever's at bat taking his little 2.5, 3 minutes, doing the hokey pokey in and out of the box.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, I'm all for it, but some of these pitchers are like, this is they're like, this is crazy. I get it. It does put a little bit of pressure on the pitcher, I guess. I guess if you got to gather yourself and go through your whatever and perform and all that good stuff, but yeah, like you said, there's no other way to speed this game up. And let's be honest, the game, some games, I love watching baseball, but let's be honest, there are a lot of games I can't watch. I'm like, man, y'all, I can't watch all. I can't. Wake me up in October.
When I'm watching the game and I take a nap, I end up like falling asleep and taking a nap, and then I wake up and it's still the same top of the bro. It's still the top of the inning, bro. For real?
And you're like, whoa, what the heck?
I woke up. I done took a hard nap, like one of those. Like, oh, I forgot where I was at when I woke up. Like, what?
And not only that, you wake up, it's the top of the next inning, and it's the same score. Like nothing has transpired.
And that's like, did you guys wait for me or something? Did you know I took a nap?
Like, hey, whoa, chill. Keys asleep.
Right.
Whoa.
Hold on, slow down, man.
Wait.
You need to make sure all the viewers are awake now. He's up now. Action.
Go. Yeah, I get it. It you know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of the NFL when the whole the whole changes to defensive players couldn't touch a receiver or
oh yeah.
Oh my gosh, yeah. But like you said, they had to adjust. I mean, if you ask me, it's impossible for any defensive back to cover any wide receiver. It's impossible.
Look, I was just in sports in general now. It's hard to play defense. Period.
Yo.
Period.
Yeah.
It's hard to play defense.
It's hard. I mean, I get it. You know, people want to see scoring. I guess that's why Major League Baseball did it too. We need to see some scores. We're sick of 1-0. We're sick of 4 hours of 1-0.
Like, but okay, can I say this about baseball though? Because I get it, but you can't have your cake and eat it too. All right, like you can't be like, oh, we want to see scoring, we want to see homers, we need to see these dingers, and then be like, you're on steroids. You can't do that. Of course, I gave you what you asked for.
I think that whole steroids thing in base, I think is bogus. Because here's my reasoning. I don't care how strong you are. I don't care how fast you can swing a bat. If you can't hit a curveball, you can't hit a curveball. End of discussion. If you hit it, yeah, it's gonna go far. But if you can't hit it, you can't hit it. You can juice all you want. You can be the biggest strikeout king in Major League Baseball.
If that slider gonna go by you, that slider gonna go by you.
It's gone. Yeah. If you can't hit it, you can't hit it. So the skill is already there. They're just juicing so they can hit it a little far. Now, great. You wanna ban it. That's up to Major League Baseball. I just think it's crap. I'm like, I mean, if they want little testicles when they get older, that's on them.
Man, look, I'm not a fan of roids, PEDs, whatever. But you're an adult. You're making that choice. And then as a governing body of a sport, right? You can't say, "Oh, we want this," right? Like when the steroid era was a thing, everybody was like, this is what we wanted from baseball.
Yes,
because they were like the same issue. Baseball was slow. It was boring. There wasn't a lot of action happening. And then you get it, and then you literally take it away from your fans. You oh my gosh, yeah, this is probably one of the greatest eras in baseball, and then you take it away.
And my thing is, they didn't even
the fact that you took this away from baseball, and they're like, oh, well, why aren't there as many home runs and why aren't there enough dingers anymore?
Well, notice they took it away after none of those players got hit up for roids during the process.
Nope, it was all after.
Sammy Sosa, Mark McGwire, Barry Bonds, none of them got it. But yet you knew. Let's be honest. We knew.
Mark, look, I wasn't. Mark McGwire got big out of nowhere.
So did Barry Bonds. Huge. I'm like, man, that ain't weights. You know what I'm saying? That ain't. Those aren't curls.
Right, bro? Like that is.
You knew they were hot, but Major League Baseball was making a lot of money. People wanted they wanted to come out and see those players break get home the cold and whatnot. They were putting blood in seats. So of course they didn't say nothing. But as soon as they retired, why are you bothering us about it now?
You have to say
in the Hall of Fame. Look, in the Hall of Fame. I think they did.
Still a Hall of Fame. Wait, so my head's still gonna be okay. Put a star by it. Now, yeah, I don't think that because it's like from a fan perspective, you don't care. We don't care about someone saying, oh, they were taking it and they're not supposed to. We don't care. Most of us won't know. And even if we do, it's an assumption. It's like, oh, you know what show people love? It wasn't a sport, but it was right? American Gladiator. Every American Gladiator on that show was on Roy.
No. There was one that you knew because he was I think he was Nitro, wasn't it? He was like the tiniest one. You're like, no, not him. But the rest of those guys, and look.
Yep. Thank you. Now, but we still got Michael Turner, the Titan, still walking around. Meanwhile, the man is 62 years old and look like he's my age. And Brick.
I guess as long as he can deny it. If you want to, if you're saying that to make yourself feel better, fine.
No one's going to take that from you. Look, yes, you've worked hard, obviously, for a very long time. You've been an American Gladiator. You've been a power lifter. You've been a bodybuilder. You've done all of these things, Michael Hearn. Like, you are the Titan. No one can ever take that from you.
Nobody.
We also know that it's not a 100% natural body.
Not at all. Not at all. Not at all.
Okay? That's not a natural body.
None of those jokers. I remember watching. I remember Blaze. I was like, man, that chick is.
Yeah,
that's not real.
Most of them were bodybuilders, and there is the vast majority of bodybuilding is PEDs.
Oh yeah. Oh, well, they just know how to manage. It's
not even that. Look, it's 2023 now. I'm on soft. So what? I'm on soup. You can't be an elite. Look, you can't win the Arnold, or you can't win Mr. Olympia without it.
Yeah.
That's just what it is.
Yeah.
And community accepts that. Like, people know that. Where it's wrong is when people are like, they're taking it and then they're saying that they're not, and they have these bodies. We know you're on juice, bro.
So let me ask this. Oh boy. Let me ask this. Oh boy. I'm about to shake up the world. This question is going to shake up the world. I'm telling you right now. Is LeBron on juice?
LeBron's on TRT.
You think so?
Mm-hmm. I think LeBron's on TRT. I think LeBron's been on TRT for a little bit.
What makes you say that?
And for me, TRT isn't technically PEDs, because you can take TRT as at a maintenance dose, and you feel me? It's just what makes me think LeBron's on TRT. Because I think I think he had to after Miami, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? I take that back. I think the last championship he got in Cleveland, right? I think after that he realized, like, I'm not saying that he had lost a step, but he realized that he was coming close onto a decline. And I think possibly, because PEDs and steroids and stuff are not, it could have been a thing where, it could have just been a testosterone thing for him. So now he's on TRT. I mean, he's 38.
30
now. He's 38.
He's 38.
He's 38. He's almost 40. And look at how he's playing. And you think nutrition, working hard. Yes. Let's be honest here. Humans, a large part of human performance is chemical.
Yeah.
If you don't have if your hormones and stuff ain't in check, you can't do anything. But it doesn't matter if you eat right or not. If your hormones especially with men, your testosterone can start falling flat regardless of what you do.
Exactly. Yes.
I think LeBron's on TRT. I also don't think there's anything wrong with that.
There's a whole bunch of players in the NBA taking charges that are like, man, what?
Yeah. Trust me, because Look, they like, oh, that hurts. Yeah, because he's got that youth testosterone. Like,
because I'm like,
but then
I'm
you
like,
also you got to think about it too. Look at how LeBron was built in high school.
yeah,
You feel me? So like for him to go on TRT would be different than just even for a regular player in the NBA, for another player in the NBA to go on. It's going to be different because LeBron was already built different.
yeah.
So he gets the extra boost to get his youth back. It's going to hit it's going to hit him a little different than it's going to hit you, brother. Sorry.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true. I thought he was taking something. I mean, look, that's more than weights. That's look, that ain't whey protein, people. That ain't look, that ain't whey. Because I'm like, this man is running just as fast, jumping just as high. And I'm like, that's not normal. That's just not.
Yeah. My guess is it's TRT, and there's nothing wrong with that because I mean, I encourage anybody, any guy, like, look, if you feel like you starting to, take a deep dive to the wrong end, you feel me, like and
then why? If that's the case, how come more players aren't hip to that? How come they're like? I mean, because that could extend their careers by, apparently, at least 5 years. I mean, you see some of these cats.
Yeah.
Westbrook. You see some of these cats at 33 and 30, 34, just cave.
Yeah. I think half of it's awareness and half of it's pride.
I mean, if you're making that kind of money, what kind of pride? That's.
I think part of it's awareness and part of it's pride and ego, because some people can hear about TRT and then a lot of, depending on where you hear about it from, it can sound like it's steroids. Basically, it can seem like that, even though it isn't. And then for some people, I mean, for some guys, they just don't want to hear the fact that their testosterone done dropped.
That's life.
I mean, it's a natural part of life, yeah. But some people, it just hits their ego too hard.
That's life.
It hits their ego. They like, what? Like, what you mean? Like, my manhood's dropping? What you mean? Like, nah, nobody wants to go through that. It's like, bro, it happens. It happens. Like I said, I'm all for making sure somebody like lives and is able to perform to the best of their abilities. So, and if that means that you need to go get your blood tested to check your testosterone levels and other things, and that means that a doctor says that you may have to start taking some TRT, take it. Because it's only going to benefit you. That's what it is.
Yeah, if you're making millions like that, it seems, I don't know. Here's my personal belief. LeBron took energy from his hairline. That's why it left so early. So he's sucking energy from his hairline.
He destroyed his own youth.
So that's why his hairline started leaving, because that's wrong. That's
no.
Woo-wee!
Oh, here's what happened. Okay, LeBron is secretly a Monstar, right? LeBron's secretly a Monstar, okay, and LeBron's been going around collecting like they're infinity stones, just in the basketball though. He was like, I'm going to go and get Kareem's dream shake. All right, here we go. I'm gonna go get Hakeem's dream shake right here. All right, thank you, sir. All right, I'm gonna go work on this sky hook. Thank you, Kareem, sir. All right.
Don't forget Kobe's fade away.
Kobe's fade away. Hold on. I'm trying to get built like Karl Malone, so I'm gonna take that. Yeah.
Scottie Pippen's handle, small forward handles.
Yep.
Take them. Oh, and I don't know. He dishes assists pretty well, so he probably he doesn't play like Magic.
I think he accidentally, no. Here's what happened. He went to go and get strength from Karl Malone, right? And it pulled the wrong gene, right?
It's John's.
he got Karl Malone's hairline gene, right? But he made up for it because he got Alonzo Mourning strength.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh man.
No, he had Karl Malone hairline sitting in his basketball. He had Karl Malone hairline energy sitting in his basketball.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
And when he was sitting in his LeBron cave.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Yeah. He got Carl's. You can call that Carl's Jr.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh man. Well, I don't know. He must have stole some from AD too, because he can't stay healthy. So
no, that's AD stealing from him.
And they can't stay. It's like they alternate, like they tag. They're like, tag, you're in, I'm out. I'm like, God.
AD is just like, lend me your health. And then AD uses all of LeBron's health and drops 35 one night, and then you don't see him for the next 3.5 weeks.
Oh God, I hope AD. I hope he can. I hope he can stay on the floor for the Lakers' sake. Because if not, that's a wrap. It's over. That's a wrap. They need him, man. But the inaugural episode.
We did it.
The inaugural episode, man. We made it. We made it. We did this thing, man.
We did it.
Man.
We here. Better not bring your kid.
Oh my God, man. Oh man. Parting words, man. What you got? Parting words.
Oh man. Domantas Sabonis has the most double doubles in the league right now, and no one cares. That includes me.
That includes the Kings. That includes the Kings. Yay! I got nothing for that.
Points and rebounds.
Look, my parting shot is this. The complete. Now, I think he was joking when he said it, but was he? Giannis told KD, you keep joining super teams to win titles. How about you come work out with me and I'll show you how to carry your own team. Shots fired. Shots fired.
Like that. Oh,
shots. I think
regardless if that's a joke or not,
there's a little truth to that.
A little?
There's a lot of truth to it. There's a lot of truth to it.
KD knows who he is, and he just doesn't. I guess he just doesn't want that type of pressure. He just wants to play ball. We get that argument about whatever.
But okay, I get that. But don't walk around talking about you.
One of the greatest players of all time.
Yeah, don't even.
Because you say that. I mean, even though everyone else has already been saying that opens you up to the legacy.
Yeah, exactly. In my opinion, his legacy is tarnished. I can't. I mean, yeah, he won 2 with Golden State. However, Golden State won without.
Once it's all over with,
unless he goes somewhere
and does it on his own
and wins on his own merit.
He only needs to do it once. That's the thing. He only needs to. Where? I don't know. But he would only need to do it once. one time. That would be the thing. He already has a ring, right? If he doesn't, if he carries, or if he's the primary, like for a team, if he's that guy, then he only one time. That his legacy is still at that point.
Well, it's not. Well, if he wins it in Portland, Phoenix.
Oh, Phoenix, no, that's not going to happen.
No, it's not going to happen. So I say,
No,
I say, so.
Josh Giddey?
Yeah. But at 35, I don't know if he went. Would that be his team? Or would it be Shay's?
That's education. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I think that's Shay's team. I think it's too late. I think it's too late.
Well, hey, word is they might be blowing stuff up in Minnesota soon, so.
Oh yeah, they are. They are.
Yeah.
They are.
KD could go to Minnesota. It's cold up there. He can be left alone by himself. He could just play ball.
Man.
It's not a major town. You feel me? He's not going to get because he said he loved Oklahoma City because, like, you feel me, he could do stuff like ride his bike around the town and when nobody really bothering him. You get that in Minnesota.
Yeah, when it's not snowing. I mean, when it's not snowing,
right,
which is few and far between. Good luck, KD, if that's where you want to go. Good luck. Well, that means they would have to get rid of Cat too, because I don't think those two could coexist. But
no,
they definitely have to get rid of Cat, and they'd have to blow that team completely up and get a whole bunch of draft picks and bring in KD some kind of weird way. And I don't know. I just don't see it happening, man. Man, good show. Y'all check us out every Tuesday night, 8 p.m. Follow us.
Follow us. Twitter, the Grams, the Go Ahead Show. You see the logo in the corner, my bobber right there. It looks just like that. It's right there in it. Twitter, Instagram. Check us out. We on the tubes of the U. Also. Yeah, so we here for your eyes and ears. The audio. We got audio. So in case you don't want to, I mean, look, I look good. So all right. Look at me. All right. But if you just want to hear my silky smooth voice too, I mean, if you just want to hear us, silky all in your earwaves. Silky smooth.
Oh yeah.
The Quiet Storm. All right, yeah, we got it all. Stay tuned,
man. We are broadcasting everywhere from Spreaker to Spotify, you name it, we're there. Amazon,
we're
everywhere, y'all. iTunes, check us out. The Go Ahead every Tuesday, 8:00. We out, people. We is out.
Love.